Happy Monday. Wrapping up. It's a hot one today. 89, I think. The car said 94, but the heat radiates. So we did the MPI on this car today, the 01540, focusing more on the safety elements of the car, the suspension, tires, wheels, brakes, stuff like that. Not pointing out the obvious cosmetic flaws, of which there are a couple. So we pretty much found that it's due for an entire suspension. The struts themselves are black and they kind of look OEM, except they're black in different shapes. So I guess they don't look OEM, but there's no branding on them whatsoever. So they may just be like a cheap eBay, Amazon type strut that someone put in somewhat recently. The headlights, I can't really tell what they are. They're so freaking hazy. Hellas would have a Hella logo right here in the middle. They don't have that. They don't have the DJ Auto logo. It's just so dirty. Isn't that DJ Auto? No, it's just a bunch of writing on them. SAE and a bunch of numbers and shit. And the car has xenons, but the headlights are not xenon. There's no ballasts, and the levelers are not plugged in, and what would plug into the ballast is just plugged into the low beam, which explains the LRA related codes. Halos are aftermarket, wires are coming out of the housing, so they're not just E39 base, halogen lights. Trifecta is caused by speed signal issues on the front two wheels. We'll have to look at IMPA and see if those sensors are actually reporting things. The insulation on the sensor wiring is gone, but the wiring itself, minus not having insulation, like the black insulation, the wires themselves are insulated, but the rubbery plastic sheath is gone. So we'll have to look at IMPA, see what's reporting. DME only has one code, which tells me somebody had a scanner and probably cleared a bunch of shit out. It's for the activation of the cooling fan. When you turn on the air conditioning, the fan does not come on, so we'll have to check relay wiring if he wants us to proceed anyways, and maybe end up replacing the fan. PDC fault is caused by two bump sensors, front right and rear center right, which is kind of a bummer because that's a really nice option the car has. And if we could find 2000 or 01 titanium sensors, we can get that back online. But there's more important things. So the front control arms, all four totally shot. The boots are torn wide open. Tie rod boots are shot. Rear upper arms are shot. Rear links are shot. So maybe the struts can stay. Maybe the front links can. The front links are okay, but a lot. We're going to present that to him tomorrow. That was a lot of today. The other 2000 Silverstone, not mine, that's done and gone. We saw the diff was wet, pulled it out, cleaned out the vent, changed the output seals again. So that should be all we need there. He picked up the car, it's paid for and gone, which will be nice because we need some more space in here. I suppose that means I'm gonna have to start the black one up. Is that still here? Yeah, maybe move that in tonight. This one, I got the fender liner today, and I got the new underbelly pan. There was a chunk out of the old stuff, so I replaced those two parts. Fender liner, the front right's got this little thing that goes behind the strut back there by the brake hose. It's a pain in the ass to put in, but I was able to reuse these things. I found the little pushers when you fall into the fender and rocker panel. So nice fresh fender liner in there, fits beautifully. And what was the problem before is this whole area was gone and was held together with zip ties. So now we're back to factory. We replaced this guy as well. We've got some more wiring and coating to do on this car, and heat shields and stuff need to go back on. On the Sepang car, I was going to be driving that home until I saw that the heat shields for either side of the exhaust are here, and I don't want to subject the wiring to that heat. So tomorrow we'll have to throw that back up on the lift and put some heat shields on it. And then I continued some organization today over here. Cleaned off the rest of this shelf, which we're going to use when we take cars apart in here, and we have air boxes and plenums and velocity stacks and belly pans. I want that off the floor, and it's all going to come up here on this nice big open shelf now. So everything that was here has been organized and labeled in these boxes, as I talked about Friday. I don't think I showed you Friday, but just old headlight boxes and shipping boxes. And now I'm out of this tape for the label maker, so I ordered more of that. It'll be in tomorrow. I'll finish labeling what I put on today, or put in boxes today. We got some more up there. That should be enough space for now, though. I don't really want to dig into the really heavy shelf. We actually reference these parts for fitment issues. Sometimes we look at the pedals to see how they're put together. I could probably clean that out. Those things are cheap and readily available, but I do like to have an extra set on hand. I've had people email me, hey, this just broke. I'm trying to go to a car show. Do you have one? It's like, yes, it's not new, but it will work. It will get you back in running condition until your new ones arrive. On the Canadian car, where is that? Jeez, around the side maybe. Took it for an alignment today, And that did not go well because the front right tie, hey, it's right here. God, I'm so fried. The front right tie rod's not adjustable. It's totally seized. It's original. The boots aren't looking too great either. So we're going to replace, with his permission, I'm still waiting to get that approval. We'll replace both outer tie rods, and the alignment shop didn't even tighten down the nut and collar there, which I don't like. That should be done before the car drives out. But this thing's seen salt. It's got corrosion on the aluminum parts. No rust or anything. These don't really rust, but we'll get to that. Get the tie rod and then finish the alignment. We still have to put the cooler solution. I don't think that's on here. I think it has plugs in it. Jeez, can't even see it. It's way the hell up there. We're gonna have to pull that heat shield off again. Yeah, it still has plugs in it. So we'll get the solution in there. Then we'll be able to drive it, road test it a little bit. When that clears, he wants to fly down from, I think, Seattle, drive the car around here for a weekend. And then I believe we're subletting it for rod bearings and high pressure Vanos line. And after that's done, he will arrange to have the car shipped back up to Washington State or Canada or wherever the hell it's going. So we're almost there. There's a trend here. We get these things to like 98%, and then it's scope creep. They add this job, add this job, add this job, which is fine, but then we have to order parts and wait, and the cars are in the way, and we got to move them around, and it's just obnoxious. So I'm gonna get out of here. Daylight, I got leftover steak at home, probably gonna polish that off, and I can't wait to hit the couch. Good evening, kind of an early night, just about 11 o'clock. I had my leftovers from last night for dinner tonight, and I've been doing research online, reading stuff and sending some emails and just taking care of business for the last few hours. Very ready to rest my back, get some sleep. Got the AC running up there. It's 81.7 degrees upstairs. The rest of the house stays cooler. Unfortunately, my room lives above 2 V8s, and sometimes a V10 and sometimes a turbo V8. And you bring these cars in here, and it's at least one a day, right? I drive home, park in here, immediately close the door. You walk out here, it's like walking into a sauna, and all of that heat vents straight up through here. There's a nice finished ceiling. Come on this side of the support beam, no, plywood and 2x4s and storage for boxes. It's a garage. So all of that heat goes right up there into my room and sucks. So I've got the AC going. Anyways, not a great Monday, if I'm honest. Today was stressful, this bunch of shit. I think tomorrow's gonna be better. I'll talk to you then on Tuesday. Good night.